Hey guys, so I'm Jada Cross, and today I want to talk to you about self-care and why it's not working for you. So first, let's look at the definition of self-care. It says that self-care is the practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness, in particular during periods of stress. Now, I absolutely love this definition, so let's take some time to dissect it. So first, it says that you have to take an active role in protecting your well-being and your happiness. Do we do that? I know what I'm seeing a lot of is we wait until we're super stressed. We wait until we burnt out. We wait until we can't take anything else. And then we look around and say, what did they say again? They say, well, I'm supposed to do some self-care. Okay, let me go find a self-care activity. No, let's not do it that way. We're doing it all wrong. Don't wait until the stress builds up. Don't wait until you at your lowest and until you tired and don't wait until the end. Start practicing self-care on a daily basis. That's what we need to do. It says you take an active role. When you're active, you're engaging, you're energetic. Self-care is not supposed to be something that you do actually while feeling stressed. It's something that you do just because you want to love on yourself, because you want to tend to yourself, because you want a little TLC, you want some me time, because you're just going to find a quiet place. That's what supposed to use self-care for. We're not supposed to use it just when we're tired, just when we're feeling stressed out. So we're using it the wrong way. And that's a lot of things that I observed of why self-care is not working for a lot of people. Because guess what? By that time, you're too tired for self-care. You're too tired to do anything with yourself. All you want to do is lay down, practice and it's all unhealthy. We're going to do all the unhealthy habits. We're going to overeat, or we're not going to eat at all. We're going to lay down. We're going to watch TV. We're going to be unproductive. You still can be productive doing self-care. That's a productive thing. Because now it's focusing on your health. Now you tending on yourself. Now you're doing something positive for yourself. And that's going to predict your outcomes for that day and the next day and the days to come. When you're healthy, you're going to do good work. So that's what I'm seeing. We're not actively engaging in self-care on a daily basis. We wait until we have already been at our lowest, and now we want to do some self-care, but it turns into unproductive things and we get nowhere with that. So I'm going to continue along. It also says in particular during periods of stress, and I kind of already touched on that, but I really want to say don't wait until you're stressed. So let's move right along. Another thing that I'm noticing with self-care that we're doing so wrong is we don't value the little things. A lot of times when we think of self-care, we try to do the big stuff. You know what? I'm going to buy myself an outfit. I'm going to go out of town. I'm going to do these big things. I'm going to take a break. That is all great, and it's different levels of self-care. I remember when I was in school and they gave us a chart, and it's things that with this chart it's a list of things you could do with self-care within minutes, within half an hour, activities that may take a whole day, or an activity that is like your big activity, what might be something like going out of town. But let's focus on the little things. We tend to not value those big things, those little things. We don't see fulfillment in those things. We don't see success or achievement when we think about the little small self-care. So I know one thing that I used to do is every Friday I would paint my nails. I love painting my nails. I am a nail biter, so that's one thing that prevents me from painting my nails. And this is a time for me just to feel good about myself, look at my work, and I'm all proud. Like, look at me, I did a good job. And one thing about doing your nails is the more you do it, the better you get at it. So guys, that was something small. I already had nail polish at home. But then sometimes we get bored in that self-care. We might feel like, that ain't self-care. That's just doing activity. That's just doing something small. I want to do something big. I really want to love on me. But don't see the most value in big activities and things that cost a lot of money. Like, it's in the seldom. Sometimes it just might be not settle. And sometimes it might just be in that quiet time. You loving on yourself when you just sitting there thinking. Just take time out just to think. You imagine how much clarity and how much peace you get after you just think. A lot of times the thing about it is that why thinking doesn't, a lot of us are thinkers, but we think with so much on our plates. And we think when we're already too excited or too stressed out or too overwhelmed. What would happen if we just start thinking just because we want to think? When we just make it something fun to do, like, you know what? Let me just think right now. Let me just, and before you know it, when you just take that time out to think, that's when you can have more fun with it. That's when you can get more silly. That's when you start smiling and laughing more, because then your thoughts or a little lighter. You know, you don't feel as heavy. So not all those the stress and heaviness isn't coming over you. So yes, we have to stop finding value in big things and find value in those small things. And I know that self-care will start working for you. Another reason why self-care is not working with us is because we're replacing it with avoidance. We have to stop using that as a substitute. You cannot avoid your situation. You still have to find a solution. So one thing that I've observed is when we get overwhelmed or when we get stressed out, we just withdraw and we do absolutely nothing at all. We may just lay in our bed, or we might just sit in our car for hours, or and that's fine and all. Sometimes when you're super stressed out, you might have to do nothing. But that's not self-care. That's just you avoiding. That's just you escaping. And that's not self-care is, once again, it's an active, engaging thing. It's something that you have to be intentional about. It's something that you have to enjoy for self-fulfillment, for happiness. So stop thinking when you just detach and shut down that's self-care, that you know that you found time for yourself. That's not what self-care is about. So I think we have to reverse those thoughts. I think when we do that, we're just like, okay, yeah, I gotta find some time to myself. I gotta take a break. Self-care isn't about a break. Self-care is an actual engaging, active activity that you are doing, that you are enjoying, that you planned, and it's fun, and you loving on yourself, and you feel good. And then after you're done, you're like, okay, now let's go face whatever we were doing. Now what does today bring? Now, okay, let me plan for tomorrow, my tomorrow. Now that I did my thing, let me go, let me now I can tend to something else. That's what self-care is. But it is not shutting down. It is not detaching. It is not avoidance, and is not an escape from your situation, from your issue, from those roadblocks. Okay? So 3 things that I want you to take away about self-care is 1, it is engaging. It is active. You have to actively plan something and actively do something with yourself. 2, value the small things. Though you're doing an activity, though you're planning something for yourself, it doesn't have to be big, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. And 3, do not do it when you're stressed. Don't wait until you're stressed. How about that? Don't wait until you're stressed. Practice self-care every day on the daily, just because you want to love on yourself, just because you want to be in a good mood, just because it's a priority and it's something that you see value in. That is when we do self-care. And that's when you will start seeing the benefits from self-care, which is that happiness, that gratitude. You feel good, that peace of mind. Now you're ready for your days. Now you've been planning more for your days, and you're looking forward to your day because you're looking forward to that one thing that you plan to do all day. You know what? I've been at work all day, but I can't wait till I go home and just shower and lotion my body and light a candle and just relax, because that's what I have planned for myself. It's not, I had a stressed out day, and I'm gonna de-stress with some self-care, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something. But you see, you don't know what you're gonna do because you didn't plan it. We have to put the self-care in our schedule. We have to prioritize it. Okay, guys? So those are my 3 tips for improving your self-care. And I believe and I know for a fact that you will start seeing improvements if you start right there. All right, I'm Jada Lynn Cross. Until next time. Bye.